The Oval Office has seen its fair share of drama, yet even years after his departure, Donald Trump manages to ignite controversy within its metaphorical walls. In a recent interview, the former president sat down with Tucker Carlson. The topic? The ongoing war in Ukraine. Trump, never one to shy away from the spotlight, seized the opportunity to offer his perspective. He didn't hold back. He unleashed a torrent of criticisms directed at the Biden administration's handling of the conflict. The interview became a platform for Trump to air his grievances, rehash past battles, and assert his dominance on the geopolitical stage. Trump's voice boomed, his words echoing through the airwaves. He painted a picture of American strength, a strength he believed had been squandered by his successor. The interview was a spectacle, a display of political theater that captivated the nation. It was a stark reminder of the Trump era, a time of bombast, bravado, and unrelenting attacks on his opponents. The interview was more than just a commentary on the war in Ukraine. It was a glimpse into Trump's psyche, a window into his worldview. It was a reminder that, even out of office, his presence looms large over American politics. He remains a force to be reckoned with, a man who craves attention and commands the loyalty of a significant portion of the electorate. As the interview came to an end, one thing was clear. Trump's voice would continue to reverberate through the halls of American politics. He may no longer occupy the Oval Office, but his influence, for better or for worse, is far from extinguished. His words, like embers from a dying fire, still have the power to spark debate, ignite passions, and shape the course of events. The interview quickly turned into a battleground of ideologies, with Trump and Carlson locking horns over the Ukraine conflict. Trump slammed the Biden administration's diplomatic efforts as weak and ineffective. He argued that true diplomacy stemmed from a position of strength. Carlson surprisingly pushed back. He pointed to the escalating manpower shortages in Ukraine. Carlson argued this was a result of Biden's policies. The debate highlighted a fundamental difference in worldview. Trump saw the world as a series of transactions. Carlson recognized the human cost of the conflict. The clash exposed a deeper rift within conservative circles. It revealed unease with Biden's handling of the war. The interview attracted both support and condemnation. It became a focal point for discussions about America's role in the world. The debate was necessary. It forced viewers to confront uncomfortable truths. It underscored the high stakes of global conflict. And it served as a reminder of the challenge of finding common ground. Trump, never one to shy away from bold pronouncements, dropped a bombshell during the interview. He declared that he could broker a ceasefire in Ukraine within 24 hours. This audacious claim sent shockwaves through the political establishment. It was a vintage Trump moment, a blend of braggadocio and unwavering self-belief. He asserted that his close relationships with both Vladimir Putin and Volodymyr Zelensky, forged during his presidency, gave him a unique ability to bring the warring parties to the negotiating table. He painted a picture of himself as a master negotiator, a deal-maker extraordinaire who could cut through the diplomatic red tape and achieve what others deemed impossible. To bolster his claim, Trump highlighted his administration's decision to provide Javelins, a type of anti-tank missile, to Ukraine. He contrasted this with Biden's decision to send tanks and other heavy weaponry, arguing that his approach was more measured and less likely to escalate the conflict. Trump's critics were quick to dismiss his ceasefire claim as delusional and irresponsible. They argued that he was out of touch with the realities on the ground, and that his boasts were nothing more than empty rhetoric designed to grab headlines. They pointed to his history of cozying up to autocrats and his disdain for traditional diplomatic protocols as evidence that he was unfit to mediate such a sensitive conflict. Trump's supporters, however, lauded his boldness and his willingness to challenge the status quo. They saw his ceasefire pledge as a sign of his unwavering commitment to peace and his belief in his own ability to achieve what others could not. They argued that his unorthodox approach, while often criticized, was precisely what was needed to break the diplomatic deadlock. Trump didn't pull any punches when it came to his successor. He unleashed a scathing critique of Biden's handling of the Ukraine war, painting a picture of a president in over his head, outmaneuvered on the world stage. He accused Biden of weakness, indecision, and a fundamental lack of understanding of Putin's motivations. Trump's attacks went beyond policy disagreements. He questioned Biden's mental acuity, suggesting that the president was not mentally fit to handle the demands of the office. These personal attacks, reminiscent of his 2020 campaign rhetoric, were met with condemnation from Biden's allies, who accused Trump of engaging in baseless smears. Trump also took aim at Biden's family, specifically Hunter Biden, resurrecting allegations of corruption and influence peddling. He referred to a phony Hunter Joe scam, suggesting that Biden's actions in Ukraine were motivated by a desire to protect his son's business interests. These accusations, while lacking concrete evidence, played into a broader narrative that Trump had cultivated, one that painted the Biden family as corrupt and self-dealing. Trump's criticisms of Biden extended to the Democratic Party as a whole. He accused the Democrats of being soft on Russia and claimed that they had emboldened Putin with their weak foreign policy. He resurrected the specter of Hillary Clinton, his 2016 opponent, accusing her of being complicit in the current crisis. He also took aim at Adam Schiff, a Democratic congressman who played a prominent role in Trump's first impeachment inquiry, labeling him a liar and a fraud.